We, Nisha Pillai and Maria Muthukumar, on behalf of our college, welcome the chief guest and keynote speaker, Shri Dhanushkodi Sivanandhan, retired Director General of Police, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Our guest of honor, Honorable Justice Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, former Justice of University of Mumbai, esteemed principals of various colleges and schools across Mumbai, former Municipal Commissioner of Greater Mumbai, founder and director of SP Jain Institute of Management and Research, representatives from various NGOs, our alumni, members of sister institutions, our academic and non-academic partners, special guests, members of the Governing Council, students from various colleges, and all members of Vivek family, to witness the 5th annual Srimati A.A. Saraswathy Memorial Lecture, our flagship program, instituted of Honorable Justice Dr. S. Radhakrishnan with a profound sense of reverence and solemnity.
We commence in culture. May I now invite the distinguished dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp, followed by the prayer song. May I request Bindu Madam to kindly assist the dignitaries.
हे प्रभु हमको दीजिए, हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए, शीघ्र सारे दुर्गुणों को, शीघ्र सारे दुर्गुणों को दूर हमसे ज्ञान हमको दीजिए, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए.
Thank you, dear students. May the light of this lamp inspire us to seek truth, cultivate wisdom, and strive for excellence in all our endeavors. Thank you. May the light shine brightly upon each one of us. May now I invite the President of Vivek Education Society, Shri S. Shri Sir, to deliver his welcome note about Srimati A. Saraswathy Memorial Lecture.
Respected Chief Guest and the keynote speaker for today's function, Shri D. Sivanandhan Sir, Guest of Honor, Justice Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, members of the family of Dr. Radhakrishnan, Mrs. Radhakrishnan, distinguished principals from other sister colleges, retired principals who have come to grace today's occasion, Shri R.K. Anand Sir, Principal of Vivek College of Commerce, Principal of Secondary Section and Junior College, Principal of the Primary Section, Vice Principal of the Junior College, students, distinguished guests, non-teaching staff. It's really and indeed an honor to me to welcome you all for the 5th A. Saraswathy Memorial Lecture. As you all know, we started this in the year 2020, just before the COVID. This was instituted in memory of the mother-in-law of Justice S. Radhakrishnan. And our first lecture was by Justice Retired B.N. Sri Krishna, and it was on data protection laws. Today, after that, we had distinguished speakers like Dr. K. Radhakrishnan from ISRO, who spoke on role of youth in shaping India's future. The next year, we had the spiritual guru, Sister B.K. Shivani, who spoke on is spirituality relevant today? And last year, we had again the moon man of India, Mr. Mailswamy Annadurai, who spoke on mile to miles. How from an humble beginning, he rose to become the top scientist of ISRO. This year, we started with data protection laws. The bill is still to fructify and be passed in Parliament after 5 years. It is still to become an act. But the evolution of digital economy, the evolution of digitization has progressed so much that it is important that we understand how we protect ourselves in the digital world. So we have a very eminent speaker, who will speak to us on digital security for General Z, especially for all you guys who day in and day out are so glued to your mobile that you don't know what is happening around you. So it is important that we understand what are the security precautions we need to take. Just to give you a background about the person under whose memory this lecture has been instituted by Dr. Radhakrishnan, Srimati A. Saraswathy hails from the village called Ayyappankavu in Kerala. Her mother was a Sanskrit scholar, while father was a leading lawyer. She was the last of the 3 siblings and lost her father when she was just a year old. Raised by her mother, she was a Carnatic vocal singer trained under the renowned Carnatic musician Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavathar. After marriage, she moved to Mumbai in 1949. She had 3 siblings, and unfortunately she lost her husband after 14 years of marriage. To meet both ends meet, she completed a government diploma course in tailoring and stitched clothes for people. Her 3 siblings are now well settled. What is inspiring about her was a brave thinking, supported by a strong nature, and changing with times, made her very loving mother, mother-in-law, and a grandmother, and more importantly, an important citizen of this country. Her story is real inspiration for all of us as to how, from an humble background, in spite of so many obstacles which come in your way, you can still make your way through. Now, coming to today's topic, as I said, this memorial lecture, we choose topics which are contemporary, which are relevant for our students today. Whether it is in the area of commerce, whether it is in the area of law, whether it is in the area of finance, and so on and so forth. And more importantly, how we can make ourselves as responsible citizens of this great country. So, as I said, this is a digital economy, and the government's push, the Prime Minister's push, is to make the whole country digital, which will come with its own set of, cautions. From $8.44 trillion to $23.84 trillion by the year 2027, which is another 4 or 5 years from now. So that is the cost of cyber crime, which we will have to pay in the years to come if we are not careful. Now, as per cybersecurity magazine, cybercrime magazine, cybercrime is defined as damage and destruction of data, stolen money, theft of intellectual property, theft of personal and financial data, embezzlement and fraud, post-attack disruption to the normal course of business, and reputational harm. More people turn online to work for their personal and professional needs. This gives more opportunities to cyber criminals to exploit the new situation. And in that context, today's subject is very relevant. Gone are the days when thieves used to use fear as a tool to take money from you. They used to point a knife at you, they used to point a gun at you, and rob you. But today, they have also become sophisticated. What they used to get at that time, what was there in the person of that person whom they are mugging. Today, they have their entire bank balance in front of them. आजकल इतने प्यार से आपको चोरी करते हैं, आपको पता भी नहीं चलता है कि आपका चोरी हुआ है. So that is a kind of theft which is happening today. And with this background, I think today's topic is very relevant, and no other person than the retired DGP of the government of Maharashtra, state of Maharashtra, who will share with us his experiences and what we as citizens should do in order to be cyber safe. Thank you very much. I again welcome you all for this August gathering.
Thank you, sir, for that brief welcome note. And I'm standing proud over here that I am a Vivian who is, on behalf of the entire institution, are able to organize such a memorial lecture for the Gen Z youth. As it is rightly said, we cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. Great leaders have excellent stories. It is our privilege to have two great renowned personalities, law enforcers in our midst, and most of all, our chief guest, our keynote speaker, and our guest of honor, both were teachers. I leave you all in anticipation, and I invite our principal, Dr. Vijita Shetty Madam, to introduce our guest of honor and chief guest to the gathering.
Thank you, Professor Maria. It's my honor to introduce before you the two legends who are sitting before us for this 5th annual Srimati A.A. Saraswathy Memorial Lecture. I begin with the introduction of none other than our own guest of honor, Honorable Justice Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, sir. Justice Radhakrishnan, sir, is a former judge of the High Court of Bombay. But his academic excellence speaks a lot. He is a graduate in science, BSc. He went on to do his post-graduation in law, LLM, and complete his PhD from the then Bombay University. Moreover, he stood first in LLM degree of Bombay University. His experience as a judge of the Bombay High Court is nearly more than 13 years. He was the chairman of the High Court Legal Services Committee and was heading various committees of the High Court, including Finance and Budget Committee. As a judge, he is actually popularly known as a green judge for his landmark judgment on various environmental issues. To name a few, as a judge, he gave direction to plant 1 lakh trees in the city of Nagpur, giving various directions to protect the Sanjay Gandhi National Park, the Vena Lake at Mahabaleshwar, and this goes on and on. Not only this, his experience in the medical field too. He's handled a number of medico-legal cases. He's also been a chairman of the Maharashtra Administrative Tribunal. Professional experiences talks about practicing law for about 25 years. He still is into the profession. But what is more gratifying is both the legends who are sitting here are or have been teachers. So that is gratifying for all of us today. Not only this, when I speak about Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, sir, he has taught constitutional law for the LLB students for 11 years. For 13 years, he has taught public international law. He has been a member of the academic council in various universities. And most importantly, he has also been in the committee who submitted various recommendations to the state government and Bombay High Court for prison reforms. As I always say every year, personally, I have been associated with Dr. Radhakrishnan sir and family for a long time. And above all these things, I always said that he is a wonderful human being and a lot of humility. I think that calls for a great person like him. With a great respect and honor, I introduce before you the chief guest and the keynote speaker for today's memorial lecture, Shri Dhanushkodi Sivanandhan sir, retired General of Police, DGP, Maharashtra. He is one of the highly regarded IPS officer of 1976 batch in India with an illustrious career spanning several postings during his 35 years of service. To name a few of his postings, he served in 6 years in the Mumbai Crime Branch as an additional Commissioner of Police, Crime and Joint. He was appointed as the State Commissioner for Intelligence. He served as a Commissioner of Police of Nagpur City and Thane City. He served as a Commissioner of Police, Mumbai, particularly after the 26/11 attack, and was responsible for building up a world-class anti-terrorism mechanism. He retired as a Director General of Police, Maharashtra State in March 2011. He has dedicated his entire life to the eradication of corruption and organized crime and is renowned for using his strategy and intelligence, which is his basic forte, to uphold the rule of law. Having said that, to just give you an instant, when he was a police commissioner, crime, in 1993 to 95 and 1998 to 2001, he is credited of having broken the back of the underworld that was at its peak. He was known as a clean-up top cop, and he undertook this cleanliness drive of eliminating the mafia and the gang war. If we all know that there was a movie which was released in 2002 by the name Company, and a renowned actor, South Indian actor, Mr. Mohanlal, the character of Mr. Mohanlal, that is a senior IPS officer played in the movie, is based on the real life situation of our chief guest, that is D. Sivanandhan sir. During his tenure as a team leader, he's raised resources to upgrade the police force capabilities and the welfare in the form of latest law enforcement equipment, hospitals, gymnasiums, schools, and other facilities. Not only this, he is a recipient of the prestigious President Distinguished Service Medal 2000 as well as Meritorious Service Medal 1993 and Internal Security Medal 1998. During 2011-12, he has been a member of the Special Task Force in the National Security Council and Secretariat in the PMO office for revamping the India's internal and external national security. He dons various caps, so I must say that there is one more version of it, and that is he is also an author. He is co-authored nation's best-selling book, Chanakya's 7 Secrets of Leadership, along with Radhakrishnan Pillai. He serves as an advisor for various companies, but something which is more passionate for him has been that he has been invited regularly by the IIMs and the IIT to conduct motivational and leadership workshop. He is a visiting faculty in the National Police Academy, Hyderabad, and University of Mumbai. What is more close to him is something which he has started 5 years back, and that is Roti Bank, an NGO which provides free food to all the poor Indians. May I take this number before you? That for the past 5 years, till date, 13 million full free meals were provided to the people, particularly to the school children, though to eliminate hunger and malnutrition, with the sole objective to create a healthy Bharat in future. Now he is passionate about the Gen Z. Eliminating the mafia was one which he has succeeded. Now he has taken another mission of eliminating the cybercrime, at least creating an awareness about the cybercrime. Ladies and gentlemen, the living legend, a voracious reader, a straight talker, fearless, inspiring leader with a golden heart, one who walks the talk. And above all, what I find is most humbling is he believes that we should not waste our resources. We should use the resources for the benefit of the needy. And that's what is a little introduction of a great man who is a chief guest for our today's memorial lecture. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation. May I request the President of Vivek Education Society, the Secretary of Vivek Education Society, the Vice President and the Treasurer of Vivek Education Society to join us in welcoming both our guests, our keynote speaker and the chief guest, D. Sivanandhan, sir. We would like you to accept our literary offering. May I? So we have written that the living legend and the youth icon, words of wisdom, values, ethics and happiness shared by you is multiplied by millions life you touch today. So this is a small token from our Vivek family. May I request our guest of honor, Justice Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, sir, to accept our small token of literary offering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sirs, for accepting our token of gratitude. And I'm sure each one of you present here are very eager to listen to each one of them, our guest of honor and our chief guest. It's an honor to hear from our guest of honor, Honorable Justice Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, sir, the beacon for the memorial lecture, whose impact, persona, and aura resonates from the first memorial lecture and will continue to do so always. I invite sir to express his wishes for the event and especially address the Gen Z youth of today.
Put on that thing. Today's chief guest, Mr. D. Sivanandhan, the most popular police commissioner of Mumbai, and also a dear friend of mine for the last several years, and Mr. Sriram, president of the society, and Mr. Shashi Verma, the Vice President, and Mr. Ramachandran, Secretary, and all other office bearers, and Dr. Vijayta Shetty, who is the inspiration behind all these programs, principal of the institution, and other headmasters, headmistresses, and teachers, and my dear wife, and dear students. I always feel thrilled to come here and address, because I feel the amount of joy you are spreading and the involvement you have, because you are the future of this country. And today's topic is extremely relevant, that is cyber security. In fact, some of you may be knowing, every year, the Government of India organizes a conference of DGPs and IGPs from all the states for a 3-day conference. And this year's conference was held in Jaipur on 5th, 6th, and 7th, just last week. And the main topic in that conference was cyber security, then internal security, and human trafficking. So and most important is, our Honorable Prime Minister attended this function on Saturday, 6th of January. At that day, the maximum 4 to 5 hours cyber security was discussed. He was present in Jaipur in that venue from 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., interacting with all. Therefore, you realize the importance of cyber security. When the Prime Minister of the country interacts with the senior officers on this topic, so therefore, it is a real good thing you all have, this topic has been chosen. I would like to give 2 actual incidents pertaining to this cyber security, which took place about 10 days back. The first incident was in London. You see, there is a thing called Metaverse, an app called Metaverse. Some of you might be even downloading it and all. See, that Metaverse, you can have virtual reality. Some of you must have found people wearing a contraption like this, covering the eye and part of your forehead. So they get a 3-dimensional picture of everything. They can play games, they can see themselves. So in this Metaverse, you have to create an avatar, something like in Facebook. You have to create an avatar, means your being is shown. So a 16-year-old girl in London created her own avatar. She started participating in a game. 4 men, male avatars, entered that game, and they assaulted her and raped her. It's a gang rape. And the 16-year-old girl was completely shattered, because she could not imagine such a thing would happen in virtual. That's why it's called virtual reality, this particular thing. You feel it is really real. And the London police has taken it very seriously. The problem today is, only a physical rape is punishable. A virtual rape is not punishable. So for a woman, the most traumatic thing which can occur is a rape. A physical trauma, a woman may be able to overcome in a couple of months. But the mental and psychological trauma of a rape will be eternal. She can never forget that kind of thing. So now we have to think of new laws to punish these kind of people. I mean, the London police is seriously thinking what to do now, because unless there's a physical issue is not rape. But then the kind of damage you have caused by this. And another incident took place in Mumbai about 10 days back. A youngster who borrowed his borrowed means his own elder brother's laptop. He was watching pornography. See, I mean, a youngster, teenager, they watch. Suddenly a pop-up came, message, saying this is from National Crime Records Bureau. Your laptop is now locked. You have to pay a fine. And the youngster was terribly sort of perplexed. I mean, he never thought such a message will come. Fortunately, he went to his own elder brother and told him, this is what I did, and this is the message I got. So the elder brother said, I'll go to a cyber expert I know closely. The cyber expert saw it was a bogus National Crime Record Bureau symbol, and it was completely a bogus kind of thing. He said, nothing to worry, go home. This is called cyber bullying. See, that is, see, people, you'll read in paper that somebody bullies, people keep on paying money. I mean, that kind of thing. So this is a very, very vital topic, which my close friend, Mr. Sivanandhan, will explain in detail how all these aspects can be considered. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Students, the real incidents which sir has shared just now is an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener for you to understand what is the harsh reality. We all are in that 24/7 attached with our mobile phones, attached to our social media accounts. Today's topic is the most appropriate topic to build you strong mentally. And you are fortunate enough to be part of this memorial lecture. Every word that is going to be spoken here, we have around 3,000 students. It is each one's responsibility here to resonate that, to make it as an awareness program in your respective classes. That's our humble request. And I'm sure each one of you present here would do that for us. Yes, my dear students? It's my privilege to invite someone who I would like to call Dhairyamana Shri Dhanushkodi Sivanandhan sir. A brave, frank, clean-hearted, courageous and aspiring youth is the only foundation on which the future nation can be built. In his youth, an aspiring Dhairyamana sir dared to change the course of his life, a man of principles. His exemplary life can be elaborated and be tailor-made to inspire the youth only by Sir alone. I invite our chief guest and keynote speaker to deliver his address on cyber-savvy youth, empowering Gen Z with digital security. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. You can start that. Ah, lovely. Quite fast. Good, thank you. Let them take their seats, and then I can do that. Could be turned to me now because it's going waste. There's nobody sitting there, no? It can help me. You can do that. Yeah. So, good morning, all the young friends who are sitting at the back. And Sir Radhakrishnan, the Honorable Justice of Mumbai High Court, Madam Radhakrishnan, and Dr. R.K. Anand, Dr. Narayan Iyer, who is a great friend of mine, and Principal Dr. Vijeta Shetty ma'am, and all other principals and others who are assisting them, teaching, non-teaching staff, and also Mr. Shriram and Mr. Sashi Verma who were there sitting along with me on the stage, and all other respected invitees who are here this morning. Today, as they said earlier, is the day we remember Vivekanand, Swami Vivekanand. It is a National Youth Day. So that's a great personality who inspired the whole world, not only India, the whole world. So this is a very auspicious day to do this Saraswathy Memorial Lecture about who she was and how she inspired. All that has been spoken by Mr. Shriram, so I am not going to speak about that. That has been shared by me and him with amongst us, that he did that, I will do this job. So what I'm going to speak, can we switch off these lights if possible, so that this can be seen better? Thank you very much for asking me to come here and speak on this occasion. Sir, Justice Radhakrishnan and Madam Vijeta Shetty, thank you very much for asking me to be here. As they said, this is the most relevant, contemporary, burning issue for the people, particularly for the children who belong to the generation next. For us, elderly people, it will be a difficult journey, but we can manage without it. Go to a bank, talk to the manager, and then give a check, collect money and things like that. But for the youngsters who are all the time on the move, internet is like oxygen. Switch off the internet for some time during the dinner time and see how your 7-year-old and 10-year-old children are going to hate you. You want hatred in the house? Otherwise the loving children, as long as you allow their Apple phones and other phones to be working, even while having dinner, they will be putting it below their legs and they will be watching some program or the other. They don't pay attention to what you are saying or what they are eating. That is internet today. That is your generation Z or generation next. That is what we are going to talk about. So the first thing we will talk about is this, that every minute this much of activity is happening in the internet world. This is 1 minute, my dear friends. This is again 2023. It is not 2024. It is data which is very, very old, I will say. You can see there, everything is in million. And what is the time frame in which this is happening? Is 60 seconds. 60 seconds. You can see the email sent, a few million emails, and you can see the video downloaded in the YouTube. It is millions of hours in 1 minute. How is it happening? How is it possible? Because 8 billion people are using internet at a given time. So this is the influencer in our life. And this is what is happening. You can see Google search. In a minute, 6.3 million Google search is happening. And you can see all other numbers given. Email sent is 231 million emails are sent. If WhatsApp is added, it will be in billions actually. So that is what is happening, and that is a boon. That is a boon, but it is a curse also. How it becomes a curse is why. Before I launch into the other things, I want you to understand what is cybercrime. Cybercrime is a crime that involves a computer and a network. Switch off the network and no cybercrime would ever take place. And the computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. How is it? If I use my computer to kill somebody by blasting something somewhere else in a far off place, the computer is the weapon and the bank which I looted is the target. But if I use my mobile or my computer and hack into the Reserve Bank of India computer, then their computer is the target. So it's a weapon as well as a target. That is what I mean by this. Cybercrime may harm someone's security. Someone means nation or individual or corporates or anybody for that matter, and also the financial health of individuals, corporates and the country. Warren Buffett, you know who he is, describes cybercrime as the #1 problem with the mankind. This is no more a nuclear threat. Much more than nuclear threat is the cybercrime which is looming large. I call that as a cyber storm, which is covering all of us, which is blowing on all of us, and how we are going to save ourselves is what we are going to worry about. And he also said it is a bigger threat than a nuclear weapon. Imagine such a responsible man saying that. So I'll talk a few slides about the cyber savvy youth, and that is about the digital skills and literacy. Generation Next possesses advanced digital skills and highly proficient they are. This is very well known. Understanding the digital landscape is coming to them naturally. Every 6 months old child in your house, look at that. The child is given an iPad, and that little finger, the child goes on flicking the pictures. Have you seen that? It looks almost the children are all born with an Apple phone or an iPad, something like that. It is miraculous, but they come with that kind of a skill inbuilt. Online safety and responsible internet use. The empowering generation next involves teaching them. That's what Principal Dr. Vijeta Shetty is doing now. Teaching them about online safety, privacy and responsible internet use. Excessive internet use can result in a mental problem. Most of us have the fixation. We have to be put in the centers where de-addiction programs are happening. People cannot resist from seeing their mobile phone every 1 minute. It is called FOMO. Whether the world has forgotten me or what. That is the FOMO. What is happening to Zelensky? What is happening in Gaza? What is happening to Narendra Modi? What kind of clothes he is wearing today for opening the Mumbai Trans Harbour Road? So this is what we are curious all the time. That is what is the thing which is gripping us. So they are tech savvy. They are digitally connected to the world, not physically and mentally. Even in our house, you have to announce to them that the dinner is ready through their WhatsApp. If you shout earlier, if you don't go, dinner was not there. During my time, when I was a small boy, if I don't go in time, one shout my mother gave, if I don't go, the chicken or whatever was there, was not there. Somebody else has eaten it away because food was not readily available to us. But now, we have to cajole them. We have to ask them, "Beta, please come, dinner is getting cold." So, diverse and inclusive. The diversity and inclusivity, embracing different perspectives and experiences are there for them to understand. Entrepreneurial mindset. With the mobile and various other systems, they can launch a startup. A 14-year-old boy, a young boy called Shah, has started a BSc share marketing company at the age of 15 and made money. So we can't do that. I have to appear for the UPSC. You have all seen the movie called 12th Fail. You have seen the movie called 12th Fail? How many of you have seen? He is here in Maharashtra. One day we'll ask him to come here and speak, if madam says so. So, we are worried about exam, pass, getting a thing. Whereas you young people can start a startup at the age of 15, fail multiple times and succeed also. The largest number of unicorns which are produced, unicorn means $1 billion net worth in a year, the second largest is India. So, it is not that everybody is failing and it is not that everybody is succeeding. It is a mix of both. So, that is what I am talking about, the entrepreneurial mindset. Importance of cyber empowerment is protection against cyber threats. Justice Radhakrishnan mentioned about cyber threat. It can be individual, it can be corporate, it can be for the nation, or it can be for anything. Now that we are taking place in the moon, it can be inter-planet also. This planet to that planet, internet and protection about cyber threat is there. Digital citizenship. That is, the young people, they equip themselves with the knowledge and skills to be responsible to be a digital citizen. Do you know, we are the second largest nation where the number of digital transactions taking place is the second highest in the world. First, it could be US, we are second. China is 1/10 below us. 1/10 of what's happening here. Thanks to the present government, Mr. Narendra Modi and others, we are digitally the fastest growing nation in the world. So there are career opportunities. Cyber empowerment opens up a wide range of career opportunities in the digital era. Later, I will tell you, but now I can say, for cyber protection, for the data protection alone, the corporates and the world has spent $170 billion last year. This year, it will be 20% more. So if you are a hacker or if you are a cyber criminal, you could have earned that much money by hacking into something. And if you are not a hacker and if you are a protector, if you are a policeman in the cyber area, you are doing cyber patrolling, you are likely to gain $170 billion. So my dear young people, you can choose your career. Either you be a criminal and be successful, or you be a protector and be successful. Both are equally profitable. So that is what is that. So key characteristics of the generation next is they are digital natives. They grown up in a digital world. I told you, a 6 months baby flicking the iPad. Socially, they are conscious about social issues. They are actively engaging in activism and advocacy. They are, of course, they are armchair warriors. They can wage a war sitting in their drawing room using their mobile phone, but then they are active and alive. They have a preference for authenticity. In a deep fake ruling world, everything you get, my dear gentlemen and the young children, whatever you get in WhatsApp, 95% is fake. And we are so fast in fast forwarding that to multiple people. So the young children have to be this. They have to go for authenticity. Generation next values authenticity, and it is drawn to brands and individuals that are genuine and transparent. You can say this is my wishful thinking. I wish the children to be like this. If they are fast forwarding who is a faku and who is a pappu and who is this, who is that, they are wasting their life. They are all deep fake. Hatred is being spread as truth. And if you are going to waste your life, you will be nowhere. Risk faced by cyber savvy youth is this. Cyber bullying. Earlier, to threaten, assault, extort, for all that you have to have a physical contact, A to B. But today, it is all, everything is unknown. Anybody can cyber bully. Girls can do to boys and boys can do to girls, or unknown people, X, Y, Z can do to anybody. Identity theft and fraud. Our Aadhaar card has been hacked long before. 1 billion Indians' identity is available with the criminals. When they will use whose identity, for what fraud, you will know only when some Ghaziabad police summons you that you have done a fraud and you have to come here for getting arrested. You can say, I didn't do that. Somebody would have hacked, somebody would have used it, somebody would have used it very authentically. So that is identity theft. Online predators. Sir said about metaverse rape. So that is happening today, right on the line where elderly people, an IAS officer, a friend of mine, got into this sex talk in the night, middle of the night. He was asked to strip, they photograph, videograph. As he said rightly, the CBI officer appeared on the screen. A police station scene was put up and he was threatened, blackmailed, and they were asking for lakhs of rupees. He came to me, I helped him by taking to the crime branch, but that can happen too long. I asked him why. At 72 years, what can you do about all these things? He says, I was feeling lonely. Now you know the target. Now, in the cybercrime, now that I'm talking about online predators, all the people who lose money or their virtues or anything else would be doing so, becoming victims because they are greedy, they are lusty, and they are given to emotions like anger, revenge. Anger and revenge, you can say, more or less the same. If you are greedy, that someone says that I will double your money in 3 months, 6 months. There is a guy in Paidoni police station, got a few crores of rupees from people who expected their money to double in 6 months. Case is registered. I don't know who can ever double your money in an investment environment like this in 6 months. How do you believe? You are greedy. Later I will show you. I get every day, you have won this lottery, ask for it, we will give you so many crores. You have done this, you got that. When I have not bought a lottery ticket, how I will get lottery money to me? 200 crores, 300 crores. My father-in-law has not given. My father-in-law has not given me 1 rupee. Who will give me 200 crores for doing nothing? So that is what it is, greedy. You see in the daily newspaper, so-and-so lost 4.8 crores yesterday, day for yesterday. And so-and-so lost so many crores, lakhs. Greed. Unearned income. That is the main problem. Next is lusty, being lustful. Oh my God. That is another reason where you get trapped by the criminals. Strategies for empowering the generation next is digital literacy education. Nothing but awareness. Before you press a button and do a banking online transaction, you pay, I pay, me pay, they pay, we pay, all that before you press a button, see whether your zeros are correct, whether you are sending to the right person. When somebody is asking for OTP or PPT or CT, CVV, think twice as to why the heck I should give that. Like electricity fellow says, I will disconnect your electricity. Somebody says, I will seize your phone. Say, le lo, le jao, dekhenge baat mein. People get scared. Income tax notice. All that comes, they are scared and they give away their personal numbers. Promoting online safety and privacy, encouraging responsible digital citizenship, all that we have spoken. So role of education in cyber empowerment is to be aware. Integration of digital literacy in the curriculum, whether you study economics or geography or mathematics, this digital literacy and awareness has to be part of it. Like civics, earlier we used to be taught civics. Whatever you studied, they taught us civics. Now a must is this. Continuous professional development for educators. All the teachers, headmasters, principals, judges, prosecutors, all of them have to learn about cyber and cyber law. Otherwise, cyber cases are not being tried and punished or otherwise. Collaboration with the industry partners. You have to have a collaboration with the people who are developing all these apps. These are all case studies about cyber savvy youth, and collaborative effort is public-private partnership for education, for empowerment, for teaching privacy and things like that. Engaging the community continuously is also an initiative. Parental involvement. You can't have a dichotomy. The children are there on top here in the digital initiative and the parents are in the ignorant world. Cannot be. You cannot afford to be there. You have to check where your children are visiting in the night when they are in the private room. They are latched up. They kadi laga ke room mein baithe hain. What are the websites they have visited? Is it dark website? Is it pornographic site? What is it they are doing? You have to visit, you have to check, you have to control. That is the parental capability we should have. Future outlook is the emerging technologies we have to be aware. Metaverse. What is metaverse? Today, everybody is talking about artificial intelligence. Is it good, bad, ugly? What is it? Leadership in the digital world. Everybody is a leader in the digital world. It is no more belonging to Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or anybody. Digital entrepreneurship is a world open field where anybody can become. Ladies and gentlemen and children, in the next 2 years or 5 years, this will be the trend in cyber crime area. Attack against iCloud, cloud services where we keep all the data for being stolen. Rise in internet devices like mobile phone and small phones have come. You can wear it in your ring. You can wear it as a ear ring. And you can embed it in your body. You can plant it here and you can speak and hear and things like that. These are the kind of Internet of Things. IoT means Internet of Things. Integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Zero trust cyber security means you don't trust anybody at all. It is not one check called OTP. It should be multiple checks before you allow access to others. Multi-factor authentication is the same. Continuously evolving ransomware means they don't extort money by showing a gun, but they freeze your data on your mobile phone or computer system for a company, bank, hospital, and to release it, they ask for money. That is called ransomware. For example, All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi, they froze their entire computer data, asked for 200 crores in Bitcoin to defreeze the data. Same thing happened to Dr. Reddy's laboratory, PC Reddy's laboratory in Hyderabad. So is happening here in Mumbai to so many corporate houses. They are asking for Bitcoin. Incidentally, one Bitcoin is worth $40,000. $1 is 82 rupees. So to get one Bitcoin to give them, you have to lose so much money. rise in insider threats, people who are working in corporate, Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, how they give away the password is a major issue. Why do they give away the password? Greed, corruption. That's the biggest problem we have. Explosion in mobile devices, which I mentioned, growing IT skills gap. When the generation next is ahead, completely ahead, all others are left behind. Me and Justice Radhakrishnan belong to the same age. We are completely left behind when it comes to dealing with the digital world. That is the gap. Increasing threat of deep fake. I'll show you some deep fake immediately after this. International and state-sponsored warfare. China, Pakistan, Iran. They've got youngsters who are working for the government with total immunity to attack the enemy nations like USA, India, and various other countries. That is what is the warfare I am talking about. Organizational behavior will change. Connected cars, BMW, Mercedes, anybody can drive a Maruti behind that and hack your computer system and create an accident and kill you. Kill you. That is what is possible. So when you buy a car worth 5 crores, it's not that you are enjoying your luxury, you are susceptible to a death also. User awareness has to be improved. Attack on the healthcare sector, I mentioned about All India Institute of Medical Sciences. So looking at this, whatever I have said so far, a young boy or a girl sitting in their apartment can shut down a government. Shut down a government. Shut down a government. Steal money without touching the crime scene. Control and crash your expensive car. Rob a bank of billions in minutes. Doesn't take in minutes, it takes a year, but they do that. Example, Bank of Bangladesh, that is the Reserve Bank of Bangladesh, they have a reserve of few $1 billion in the American Federal Reserve. We also have. All countries have their reserve in dollars in the USA. So this allegedly North Korean hackers working from Mauritius or wherever it is, hacked the computer system of Bank of Bangladesh, sat inside for 2.5 years, and on a Friday evening, they gave order to the Federal Reserve of USA to release their $1 billion at Manila on Monday morning. Imagine, I'm talking about robbing a bank billions of dollars in a minute. Alleged North Korean, because it is not detected. 7 years have gone. It has not been detected. The criminals have $830 million with them. Look at the way the money is there with them. Allegedly North Korean, allegedly working for a Mauritius, sat inside the undetected. Undetected, they sat in a reserve bank of Bangladesh for 2.5 years and ordered Federal Reserve to release $1 billion, which happened. $830 million 7 years before was released in Manila. Manila, you can imagine geography where it is. Look at the geography. And they walked away with that. Nobody is able to detect. The famous FBI and so many other organizations investigated. Nothing has happened. Same happened in Pune, same time, around same time, 5 years before, from now, 5 years before, Cosmos Bank. By swiping cards 16,000 times, they withdrew 80 crores of rupees from Cosmos Bank. They gave time to the bank. Are you sleeping? Are you unconscious? They wanted to test. 3 days, the bank was not able to do. What they're supposed to do is send a patch to see that the loophole is plugged. They did not do that. I don't know for whatever reason. 3 days later, again they swiped and took away another 14 crores of rupees. Next door, in Pune, 94 crores gone. What has the police done? What is the investigation? What is the arrest? What is the recovery? So this is the, gentlemen, the power of cybercrime. You don't have to go and visit. You don't have to get caught. But now tell me, if these criminals are in North Korea or in some other place, there is no mutual legal assistance treaty There's nothing like that. No government is going to give these fellows because we don't have the mutual agreement for exchanging these criminals. These things have to come. They're yet to start. So that's it. So, shut down power grids. Mumbai, in October 2020, power was shut down by Chinese hackers, just to show. Then, you can shut down a nuclear plant. The Iranians had nuclear plant where they were trying to make a nuclear bomb. The Americans sent a malware. They should not send a unit of helicopter and aircraft and all. They sent a malware called Stuxnet, Stuxnet. And the entire centrifugal pumps of the nuclear plant got gone haywire. It got ruined because a malware was introduced in their cyber program. That is what I am trying to tell you that. Assume the identity of billions through hacking your Aadhaar card or IRTC, that your railways, passengers booking, or banks, clubs, so many things. Murder a person by doing cyber murder. How can you do a cyber murder? You have this remote control, make it. Anybody having a pacemaker here, you press it multiple times, he will jump like a butterfly and die. And the postmortem will say that he died out of a malfunction of a mechanical device. I don't know whether you have all seen a movie called CBI 5, acted by the man who acted is Mammootty. Please go and see. That shows the same thing, where a person traveling in the aircraft, they use the remote control and press and kill him. It happens to be a minister. How investigation is done is what is shown there. These are all which can happen, and they're showing that. Then cybercrime in a day. These are all coming every day. Any day, newspaper, Times of India, Indian Express will show all these things. These are figures which are all so less because nobody is reporting, nobody is registering. And these are all financial frauds reported every day. And this is artificial intelligence. Earlier I said about machine learning and this. Can you play this? Look at this, artificial intelligence. So that is artificial. Do you think in Bhojpuri, this lady Hillary Clinton and Trump are dancing like that? This is completely created artificially. This is a very jocular, nice thing we can show. But we can show them without complete clothes. We can show them in any position. Anything can be done. Imagine that, artificial intelligence. This is again artificial intelligence created pictures. Look at Donald Trump. He's going to become American president again. Look at all these people. That is what is artificial intelligence capable of. These are all pictures created. These are nice ones I'm showing you. The most objectionable pictures also can be created and circulated for hatred. Press the button. Look at this. How...
Rashad, please come out. I'm going to walk around here and just stand by the right? Yep. All right. That's an interesting shirt you wore today. Is that the one you're going to wear all morning? All right. We've inserted you in the avatar selection. And then, see where the red is going? You could choose different players. Yeah. So then we're going to pick Port and Tucker. All right, you ready? Yep. All right, so go ahead and roll that. There's that shirt. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Rashad, please come out.
What is shown here, I don't know how many of you understood. There is a bystander. There is an NBA player, and he pinches this figure and implants it on the topmost player, let us say Michael Jordan or whoever it is. And from then onwards, the video shows this man scoring all the baskets. You don't have to play. You just put your picture in that, go home and show, Mom, I have done this excellent game. See, Mount Everest, there is a Pune-based police couple, husband and wife are in police. 2-3 years before, they went to the base camp to climb Mount Everest. Did not do, but they hacked the pictures of others, posted themselves like this, and showed to the world in a press conference that we claimed this summit. Here is the national flag and that. It was turned to be fake. It was proved false later. But then they did try. So can you play this? Look at this
We have
carefully.
something much bigger. Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not quite. Hell of a pilot? No. That skill is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works.
Wow.
Did you see that? That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents. That is an airstrike of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped. Now, I said this was big. Why? Because we are thinking big. Watch. A $25 million order now buys this. Enough to kill half a city. The bad half. Nuclear is obsolete. Take out your entire enemy, virtually risk-free. Just characterize him, release the swarm, and rest easy. We have something.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is what is ready. It is not a fictional story. It has not been used, but it can be used anytime. The entire crowd can be killed by sending a swarm of flies. And this is the size. What they have shown, that one, I'm magnifying and showing it to you here. Here is the camera and microphone, power source, processor, and RDX. That is 3 grams of RDX. We can put it in that. It has facial identification. If I am giving a boring lecture to all of you, you can send one such thing to me to identify my face. It enters here and blows the brain if there is any. Agar brain na ho, then I am alive. If brain is there, it will blow up. That is what is the possibility of future. This is futuristic. But is it an imagination? No, it is true. It is there. It can be done anytime. So that is it possible. So this is a car crash. This is 5 years before. This guy, I have given the name, hacker Charlie Miller and Chris Balasek demonstrated live to a reporter how they can remotely control a jeep with him inside it on the highway. It's a demo. Ditch mein gira diya. Agar aur kuch kiya, life would have been lost. So here is the ticket. I told you, somebody is making me rich all the time. This ticket I got. I got it on my mobile phone, saying that, hey Sivanandhan, why you are poor? Dr. Vijeta Shetty said, I am an honest fellow, humble fellow. Why leave him like that, no? Let us make him rich and make him suffer. Is it? Everything is perfect in this. All that I have to do is to claim that money. But I was wondering, मैं तो किसी लॉटरी टिकट में पार्टिसिपेट ही नहीं किया, मुझे पैसा क्यों देगा? Deleted it. But not many people do that. Everything is perfect there. So go and apply and lose whatever bank balance you have. I hope you are getting it. Greed. Palace socho. Why the heck anybody will give me money for nothing? Doing nothing. This is that various hack mail. That coming there, HTTPS, hashtag, BIT, blah, blah, blah. This kind of a thing, anywhere coming, anything, love letter including. Don't open the love letter. It is a letter to take away a little bit money you have. Love letter को बोलो, तुम सामने आओ, मुझे चिट्ठी दे दो, मैं पढ़ के बताऊंगी. Give one slap after taking the letter. Okay? This is again to take you in the ditch. This is, email is fake. Fake check karo. Deep fake check karo. The small thing there on the top, they add one with a regular site, they add one small apostrophe or S or E or whatever number they put and they hack your mail. These are all for hacking. These are all fake. This is about your Indian customs. For example, in the post office, there will be a call saying that you got a parcel in the post office and we opened, it is addressed to you and there is narcotics in that. If you don't come or if you don't pay money now, we will file an NDPS case. 10 years is imprisonment. People get scared. They don't go verify. They don't go to the police station. First of all, socho, who in the world will send you NDPS material? Why? You have not ordered. But they will say, you ordered and through the dark web, you got it, I am filing a case against you. People, they get scared and they pay money, 11,000 rupees or so. Then they go on increasing, collecting more and more from you. The best answer is, go and file a criminal case, hum baad mein dekh lete hain. That is how it is. Here is that traffic challan. That's again another scam. So this I showed you earlier, the key trends, so I will not. These are the types of crime. This is the generation next, which Dr. Vijeta Shetty asked me to speak. Wishing is a crime, where an attempt is made to take your personal detail for looting your bank account by a phone call. This is taking your personal detail, OTP, credit card, vagere, vagere, through an email. This is called phishing. This is called smishing. It is a type of fraud, uses mobile text messages, SMS, WhatsApp. Very, very believable people. Hack somebody's, my phone, and all my contacts are sent as if I am asking for some money or help or anything like that. People believe and do that. So you see here, the first is wishing, second is phishing, third is smishing, and farming is a cyber attack aiming to redirect any website traffic to another bogus website. This is called farming. Cryptojacking is the unauthorized use of computing resources of yours to mine cryptocurrency for the criminal. Cost is yours. Debit credit card fraud. If your credit card is there, it can be cloned by copying and they use it and empty your entire money. That is the debit credit card. SIM swap scam. Using your phone number, they take multiple credit cards. Jamtara, I'm sure you've all seen Jamtara. And there they have multiple SIM cards, but the mobile number is yours. You can find out, there is an app. You can go there and check in your mobile number's usage, how many SIM cards who has taken. Online job. Youngsters going out of colleges, they want a job. TCS, Infosys, Reserve Bank of India. Genuine websites come. They look absolutely genuine. Reserve Bank governor's photo is there, signature is there, but that is a fraud. You pay 50,000 rupees, gone. Impersonation and identity theft. doing your identity and committing a crime. Spamming, sending hundreds of spam mails to you, to cyber squatting. Very reputed companies, cyberspace, you can occupy, ask for money to release that. It is like an empty house you have, go and sit, and for vacating it, you ask for money. That is squatting. This cyberspace also, it happens. Ransomware, I told you, freeze your data. For defreezing, ask for money. Extortion. Virus, worms, Trojan, these are all malware. You have heard of Pegasus. Our government allegedly had brought that software from Israel and used against the opposition party people, journalists and others. Data breach, $170 billion for protecting it. DDoS, any service in computer, multiple million attacks can happen and the system crashes. Website defacement, Narendra Modi's website is defaced. They put ISI ka face, skull and bones and things like that. NDA, Maharashtra Director General of Police website, all that has been hacked. They put ISIS skull and things like that. This is the dark web, like Deepika Padukone and various others. The NCB paraded them for asking for online drug supply. That name is that man, what's his name? The NCB zonal director. He had, Samir Wankade has been alleged where he has used this section against the cinema actors like Deepika Padukone and various others. Espionage is spying. Countries can do, individual can do. Husband can do against the wife, wife can do against the husband, and various others can do. That is cyber hacking. Juice jacking is another crime. It is a security exploit in which an infected USB charging station is used to compromise a connected device. We go to charge in the airport, hotel, everywhere. This is two companies doing trade, A and B. In between, another fellow joins and directs the emails and take away money. In Mumbai, I have helped in investigating companies who have lost crores of rupees because the man in the middle took away the money in some other country. Cyberbullying, harassing youngsters by putting objectionable posts. Cyber stalking, पीछे पीछे आना, गाना बजाना, सीटी बजाना, पहले हमारा जमाना में होता था, but now it is being done in the cyber. The difference is, there you know who is this boy who is doing it. You can turn back and give him one slap. But now अभी किसको देगा? Because it can be he, she, it. It can be he, or it can be she, or it can be it. You don't know who is doing it. Cyber grooming is when a person builds an online relationship with a young person and tricks or pressurizes him or her to doing sexual act. Sexting, sending sexually loaded text messages. This is a crime, but it is happening. So cyber spying, I told you about that earlier. Disinformation in social media. जवाहरलाल नेहरू को खिलाफ बोलना, महात्मा गांधी के खिलाफ बोलना, इनके खिलाफ, उनके खिलाफ, आपके खिलाफ, मेरे खिलाफ, सब कुछ चल रहा है. It is full of rubbish. It's called WhatsApp University. This is it. Come election now, 2024, so much rubbish will come. Please, delete it. Don't forward to anybody. For the young people, it is no more 5G. They are talking of 6G. When 6G comes, doing all the crimes which I showed you so far would become much easier. Why? Because that $830 million one chore has taken, he's got that money with him. He can buy the best computer. I'm giving one example. Even if Jamtara fellow has taken 1 lakh from you, he will use that for buying a better mobile, better SIM card, right? I'm giving an example of only one case. But daily people are looting you. That money can be used for buying the best of these things. This is the quantum computer. It is not yet released. Governments, before they buy, the cyber criminal will buy. Why? Because they can use that against the target and make more money. This is an investment. And money they have. So that is the problem we have. Data privacy, Data privacy bill has come and all that is happening, but they are all of no use unless you are aware. What is the solution? I have given you all the problems. What is the solution? Is pause, think and act. Can you press the button?
3 small steps for a man, a giant leap for cybersecurity. Often we are in a hurry to download something for free, respond to an urgent email, grant access permissions to an app, or connect to a Wi-Fi network. Hold on. Are you reacting or are you thinking and acting? What happens when you click on something malicious? Data like your personal information, your contact list, may be stolen from your devices. Malware may enter business networks through personal devices and infect the network. Cybercriminals may gain access to business networks through backdoors and gain access to data. Next time, before you click, pause, think, and that one extra moment makes a big difference. Immediately delete suspicious emails from your inbox. Choose a secure Wi-Fi hotspot to connect. Always contact the help desk for their assistance. And do not grant unnecessary permissions for apps. Remember to always pause, think, and act.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a victim of any cyber crime, don't go to police station to police station. They will go on making you run from one police station to other. You can sit at home and do an online complaint and expect the government to work. They are working. So you can click this picture, anybody who is interested, and call that number or call this number and get help immediately. The other one is, where do you report a cyber fraud? This is it, the government area, and where, how you report, all the details are given here. All the details are given here. How do you report an online crime? Where? The helpline and various other things are given here. I am not explaining because it will take a lot of time and I have exceeded my time already. Madam is angry that I exceeded time? Okay. The next one is this also you can, this is more easy to click and use. Because any cyber crime happening to you, go there, go to that cybercrime.government.in and then report the cyber crime. Easily it is done. You get an acknowledgement and they work and you can check what happened to your complaint. All that is possible without going to any police station. Internet. All of you have access to internet. Please change your password to minimum of 10 digit. Nobody can hack you. It should have that kind of that red letter I have given. Some capital letters, one asterisk mark, some small letter, some underscore, some numbers. If you give that, no billion-dollar computer can hack your system. But don't give it to your secretary or boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, sister, mother, father, so many people, and expect your system to be safe. Your homework you have to do. Lot of CEOs of the top companies give their thing to the secretary. Example is who? Mahua Moitra, the member of parliament of TMC. She lost her job. CBI will investigate and put her behind bars also little later. Thoda sa time jane do, andar dal denge. Because she shared her password and various other things related to the parliamentary computer system for putting questions on behalf of her to Darshan Hiranandani's office in Dubai. She lost her job. Is it a good example? I hope it's a good example. You can lose your job. So this is it. I finished my presentation. I wish you a very safe journey in your future life in the cyber world. If you think you are smart, I showed you the criminals are doubly smart than you. So if you think you are very great, there are greater people working against you. Be careful. That is the only thing I can give you. This is an initiative run by me in that Madam had mentioned when she introduced. We are building a new India by going to schools and giving food loaded with nutrition. We are not giving only rice, dal and sabji. We are adding a powder which adds protein and various other ingredients in that. The amount of food we have given so far in 5 years is 1,30,071,003 meals. It is free of cost. Free of cost. It's an NGO and the units are there in Chennai. Each one is run by a Director General of Police in their state. Coimbatore, Nagpur, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad and Cuttack. Cuttack is in Orissa. This is the queue in Tata Cancer Hospital. Morning, evening we give 2 times food and 2,000 meals we give. This is how it is served. This is how they come and wait and collect it. You can see the elderly, poor, beggar. Beggar means people without house, orphanages. We go there and give. 15 vehicles go and give it to them. From Bindi Bazaar to Vashi, Kopar, Kairne. In 15 places we give. These are school children. We give them nutrition, loaded food to them daily so that their health becomes better. And here are the children. 6,500 meals we give to the school children and a total of 12,000 meals every day in Mumbai alone. 12,000 meals every day. Out of that, 6,500 to the school children directly. With that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you very much, madam. If there are any questions, I will take. This is my email ID. If you don't get time, then you can write an email either to the principal with her permission or to me. We'll give you the reply in due course of time as early as possible, immediately. Thank you. You can close this. Any questions, ma'am?
Do we have any questions?
Madam is telling. Thank you. Switch off.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. First of all, it is an honor and pleasure to have you with us. So I have a small question for you. What was your vision and mission when you were appointed as a DGP?
My vision and mission was to protect all the children like you first and make women's safety as the best program we can ever think of. Increase the patrolling in all the places where there is danger lurking for women. And I created a number 103 that was done with a NGO and we answered all the 103. Even now 103 is available. Any woman or girl feeling insecure in a place can ring up 103 and that Nirbhaya squad, that vehicle comes there and helps them. So as the DGP, our mission is to create the best law and order environment and the best place where the women and the children and old people, senior citizens feel safe. Now it should be physical crimes will go down slowly and the cyber crimes will increase. So the future DGP or the future commissioner has to see that children, women, elders, adults, people who are feeling lonely are all protected in the cyber world from predators, people who are on the prowl. So cyber security has to be done by cyber patrolling in the highway, cyber highway. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. So your words have enlightened me and inspired me. So, who is your role model in this initiative you have taken?
My role model is you to start with, because you are so bold to stand up and ask a question. And you are representing the Nari Shakti of this country. Correct? We normally don't have, all of you and me included, we will not have one role model. We have multiple role models. For example, Vivekananda is a role model. Ramana Maharishi for me is a role model. Thiruvalluvar, 2000 years before he wrote a book called Thirukkural, is a role model. My police officers like Mr. Julio Ribeiro is a role model. Like that, we get multiple role models and we pick up one or two items. It is like a buffet where you go there and you take everything little and fill up your plate and enjoy your meal, right? Same way, there can't be one role model. There can be lot of mistakes and flaws in one particular hero or heroine. You know, so you can't get a perfect role model, but you can pick up lot of traits, lot of characters from all other people, put it into one, and you become a role model. Honesty from somebody, integrity from somebody, boldness from somebody, decision making from somebody, and being nice and simple from somebody. Like that, you pick up from an array of dishes which are there available in a buffet. Pick it up little and make a wholesome plate and you eat. So you should all become a role model by picking up things from all such people. Read good books. Read Indian Express. Why Indian Express? Because it doesn't give raddi, it gives news. It allows you to make the opinion. The others give their opinion to you. Hindu, the Hindu is another newspaper. I cleared UPSC in the first attempt. 12th fail bhi nahi tha, UPSC fail bhi nahi tha. I passed everything in the first attempt by reading only the Hindu. Because I studied in Tamil medium, and how did we appeared in the English medium? That 12th fail appeared in Hindi. Because we didn't have that facility that time. I appeared in English. Who helped me? This is the Hindu newspaper. That's the only newspaper we got in the South India that time. So you read a newspaper every day and you will get lots of role models in that. 12th fail, for example, is one role model for you. How to struggle and come up and crack the UPSC. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. So, thank you so much for giving us so much information about cybersecurity. But I want to ask you something, your ambition. What was your ambition during your childhood? You want to be an IPS officer or something else?
Nothing like that. You know, in the kind of schools we studied, there was no, it was all village schools and there is nothing called IPS, IAS. They are all not known to us. Our ambitions, my dear children, will go on changing. Today, you want to be in the Chandrayaan, sitting there, going and landing in the moon. Tomorrow, when you, another 2 years, something else will come up. So as a child, our only ambition was to study well and top in the school, so that you get a pat on the back from the teacher. My ambition one day was to escape the mathematics teacher who was giving one whack. I escaped on that one day. I was otherwise a good student, but one day I was going to get that whack here. Red mark will come here and go home and mom will see that and say, what did you do? She will again whack you on the back. So ambitions change every day. That time, very simple ambition is to do well. Then only all other things you come to know how to become this, how to become that. My childhood thing which the others told me is that I should become a professor. So when I studied BA and MA, I got an opportunity to work as a professor of economics, as Madam said in her introduction. 3 years I was a professor. So what my people said, what my ambition was done. But then, as I told you, it goes on changing. I felt it very monotonous and boring. The same economics, the same thing daily. So I said, abhi kuch to adventurous karna hai. So the next one is UPSC exam. And in the first attempt, I got only IPS, not IAS, IFS. I didn't ask for being in the police. I got a police, and do whatever job you get, you do the best possible way, and you become a landmark. So I got the police in the first attempt, worked in Maharashtra, got my name, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. So your ambitions keep changing all the time. If Dr. Annadurai comes and speaks, you want to join the ISRO. If I come and speak about police, how Dawood Ibrahim and Chota Rajan, I did this, that and that, you want to become a policeman. Next day you want to become a doctor. Next day you want to become an engineer, IAS officer. It keeps changing. So you have to keep changing as per time. And then, there is a movie called Annapurni. I don't know whether anybody saw it. It's been really taken away. So Nayanthara is working as a chef. And her father is working in Srirangam temple. That's also an ambition. So like that, you can have changing ambitions every day. Basic denominator, common denominator is to excel where you are now. You are a student now. Study well. If you study well and excel, every ambition will be fulfilled. As they say, 33 crores of gods are there in Hindu mythology. All of them will say Tatastu when you say, I want to become an IPS officer or I want to become an engineer or whatever it is. All the gods there say Tatastu. Say something, it will happen. You have to work hard in between. When before the gods say Tatastu and before you say in between, you have to work very, very hard. Got it?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. We are glad to have you here today.
Hello.
So my question is, you must have faced many precious situations wherein your heart and mind doesn't agree with each other. So in that kind of situation, what did you choose and why, sir?
The constitution, when there is a pressure to work in the police, when politicians ask you to do the wrong things, there is a law. There is a law, IPC, CRPC, Evidence Act and various other things. And there are judges like this who are sitting and setting you right all the time. They will call you to the chamber and give one here like this they will give. So the constitution of the country is the ultimate guide which guides you to do the right thing and the wrong thing. If you are afraid that you will not follow constitution, you will follow the chief minister or the home minister, you are only going to get a good posting where you can make money. But if you follow the constitution, the maximum they can do is to transfer you to Gadchiroli. They transferred me to Gadchiroli. I went there and stayed for 3 years. 3 years I worked in Gadchiroli. They got tired of me working so well there. They brought me to Mumbai as Joint CP Crime on a promotion, IG, Inspector General of Police, where I eliminated the mafia here. That is how it happens, you know. So, if you listen to them, you will become only a servant of them. Servant. If you want to become, go there and ingratiate yourself to the political bosses. If you stick to your constitution and consciousness, you will get maximum a transfer. Transfer to hona hi hai. So, I have transferred, we have shifted 25 houses in 35 years. So, my wife is a full-time packer and mover. All the time she was packing, all the time she was moving. Chalta hai, koi baat nahi hai. So, you have to listen to your constitution which is taught to you. That is the answer to you. Pressure, sab jagah hona hi hai. Principle, there is no pressure during admission time or during other times, various times. There is no pressure on the teachers and the principals. It is there. But then you have to stand up. You have to do what is right. Pressure is there for all the jobs. The CJI, Mr. Chandrachud, is not having any pressure today. He has, you know. So, but he has to follow the law. He has to follow the constitution. That's what I urge all of you. Read the constitution and go by your conscience, you know. What is your Manak Shakshi? What does it say? Man and Shakshi. What does it say? Ultimately, after doing everything wrong or right, as per your constitution or whatever it is, you should be able to sleep well. You should not be walking in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock without sleep, up and down, up and down, up and down. Abhi ye kya ho gaya, gadbad ho gaya, ye ho gaya. How do I get sleep? If that is your achievement, you have not done anything worthwhile. So, that is my answer to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I'm sure, can we have a resounding applaud for our keynote speaker?
Sir,
Good afternoon, sir. Actually, I don't have any question, but I would like to be a good citizen of our country.
Wow.
There is an organization which is started by Dr. R.K. Anand, who is sitting here in the first. He is the one who started an organization to create good citizens for the country. It is called PCGT, Public Governance for Good, Citizens for Good Governance, you know. That is PCGT. I am also a trustee there. He is a founder. He is a founder and trustee. Mr. Julio Ribeiro and Dr. B.G. Deshmukh. These are the people who together founded that. You should join as an intern and learn what they are trying to teach you and be a good citizen of this country. All the best to you. May God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we also have a loud applause for Dr. R.K. Anand, the youngest among the crowd, who is going to be soon 90-year-old. Tomorrow, and he has traveled all the way from Worli to just be part of this event. Moving ahead, I request Dr. Nisha Pillai to begin with the presentation of Excellence Awards.
Let's celebrate the hard work, dedication, and perseverance of our dear academic achievers. I request Mrs. Radhakrishnan Madam to kindly come on to the dais to do the honors. Requesting Madam and Sir, the youngest brother of Justice Radhakrishnan, Sir. Madam too. Okay, fine. Shri P.V. Subramaniam Award has been presented to Mr. Prajapati Avinash Radhesham for securing highest in TYBCom. Let's have a thundering applause for all the 6 students who are going to be coming here. This is a pat on the back by Sivanandhan sir and Justice Radhakrishnan sir. Thundering applause, students, for their hard work and dedication that they have put in throughout the academic year. Shri P.V. Subramaniam Award has been presented to More Tanaya Santosh Sujata for securing highest in TYBBI. We continue the claps, we continue the appreciation and acknowledging their efforts. Srimati Sita Sundaram Award presented to Ms. George Safa Javeed. Big round of applause, students, for securing highest in HSC Arts. Srimati Sita Sundaram Award presented to Ms. Kokar Afra Farooq for securing highest in HSC Science stream. Srimati Sita Sundaram Award presented to Ms. Somji Kritika Sameer for securing highest in HSC Commerce Information Technology. Srimati Sita Sundaram Award presented to Ms. Mande Sanika Javan for securing highest in Sanskrit language. Big round of applause, students. We have the parent, the hard work and the dedication and the blessings of the parent needs to be acknowledged. Thank you very much, dignitaries. I now invite the CEO of Akshaya Shakti, Dr. Narayan Iyer, our alumni, along with Mini Subodh, the founder of Akshaya Shakti, Dr. Lata Venkat, the mentor of Akshaya Shakti, Mrs. Sandhya Binde, the leadership coach, to inaugurate the Student Leadership Program Initiative.
Maybe I should start with the sisters and brothers of Vivek Education Society on the very auspicious day of the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. Jai Ho! Can we have a big Jai Ho? Yeah, the energy should be always there. Fearlessness is what Sir has taught us. You will get Annadan, you will get Vidyadan, but you need to be fearless. That's what is required. And on this very auspicious day of Swami Vivekananda's birthday and National Youth Day, Akshaya Shakti Welfare Association, an NGO with a motto to help, heal, educate and empower, launches the much needed leadership program for schools and college students across the country with the title Akshaya Sankalp. So we are launching today Akshaya Sankalp, enduring resolve for student leaders, and Sankalp here stands for students are nation's knowledge, aspirations, leaders and progress. Akshaya Shakti and Akshaya Sankalp workshops and programs will work to empower and fuel the enduring resolve of students who will lead society into the future. Swami Vivekananda said, all power is within you and you can do anything and everything. I think you would have seen this message before Principal Madam's cabin, okay? Everything can be done. It's all power is within you. Let's together resolve to take Akshaya Sankalp's knowledge and make it a knowledge revolution. So knowledge revolution begins from Vivek Education Society at the hands of our own leader. All the qualities of Swami Vivekananda we can find in our Dhairyam, Sivanandhan sir. Fearlessness, that's what is in it. So we also want to present, and this Akshaya Sankalp will be powered by exceedables, right? So we have the entire coach, the Nari Shakti is going to present to you the paintings done by our own founder, Mini Subodh. Come, please come, yeah. So this portrait is painted by the founder of Akshaya Shakti, Madam Mini Subodh.
Best wishes for Akshaya Sankalp program to nurture many, many student leaders.
In the cyber world, we got our OTP, that is opportunity to perform. Thank you.
I now invite Dr. Manisha Naik to propose the vote of thanks.
Gratitude is a divine emotion. There is no greater virtue than gratitude. To be grateful is to live in tune with the universe. It is the very essence of spiritual life. I stand before you all, humbled, with a profound sense of gratitude and immense joy as we come to the close of this 5th annual Srimati A. Saraswathy Memorial Lecture. First and foremost, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Shri D. Sivanandhan Sir, retired Director General of Police, for gracing the event and his insightful perceptions and valuable time. Your presence, sir, has truly elevated the significance of this gathering, and we are honored to have benefited from your wisdom and expertise. My namaskar to you, sir. A Vietnamese proverb rightly says, when eating a fruit, remember the one who has planted the tree. I extend my gratitude to our guest of honor, Honorable Justice Dr. S. Radhakrishnan sir and his family members, for instituting the concept of memorial lecture. It all started with an idea, and today we are here organizing and celebrating the magnanimous success of 5th annual memorial lecture. We are indeed grateful to you, sir. My namaskar to you, sir. A special note of appreciation and thanks to soon to be 90 nonagenarian Dr. R.K. Anand sir and his family. You are truly an inspiration, sir. You very rightly prove that age is just a number. My namaskar to you, sir. I extend my warmest thanks to the former registrars of University of Mumbai, esteemed principals of various colleges and schools across Mumbai, the former municipal commissioner of Greater Mumbai, representatives of various NGOs, our alumni, members of sister institutions, our academic and non-academic partners, auditors, manager of Indian Bank and his team, and all our special guests for your presence, your time, and unwavering support. We are deeply grateful to each one of you. The guest list being huge, and due to paucity of time, I am unable to thank you, each one by your name. Our humble thanks to you, each one of you, and my namaskar to each one of you. My sincere thanks to our proactive management members of Vivek Education Society for their guidance and wholehearted support, always and at all times. The work of many hands have contributed to the successful happening of today's event. I extend my thanks to Bengali decorators, catering services, sound system, and security service providers, all teaching and not teaching staff, my dear Vivek students from all colleges and Vivek College. I am sure, my dear students, the words of wisdom from this memorial lecture creates a positive impact in your life. A heartfelt thanks to all the volunteers, the support staff who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth running of every aspect of this program. Let me tell you, your work and dedication have not gone unnoticed, and we are truly grateful for your efforts. As we conclude this event, let us carry forward the knowledge, insights, and connections we have gained today. The collective efforts have made this gathering a resounding success. It's only because of your support and confidence in us we were able to organize such a grand event. With your continued support, we are looking forward to meet you all once again for the 6th Srimati AA Memorial Lecture on 12th January 2025 at the same place and same time. Once again, thank you all for being a part of this event. Your support and involvement have been invaluable, and we look forward to welcoming you once again in the future. Thank you. We will have the national anthem, but after national anthem, I request all of you to be seated because few instructions will be given to you then. Now, please rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai. Requesting everyone to kindly be seated. I request the dignitaries on the dais to have an official photograph down at the stage, and the photograph will be taken from the stage. Requesting each and everyone to kindly be seated. The QR code will be displayed on the digital screen. You all are requested to kindly give your valuable feedback.
सांगितलं का त्यांना